is WIN News.
It started as a midnight basketball program with a handful of volunteers to help take kids off the street and into a safe environment. 4 years later, it's developed into a 4-term sporting tournament with more than 50 teenagers working with police and the wider community, and the results are remarkable. However, Twilight Tournaments is under threat of finishing with funds drying up. Melissa Jaros has this special report.
Excitement has been building for the grand final, the army of volunteers checking off every name as the close to 60 teens file into Bull IPCYC.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, right.
Do you know where you are?
There's time for a quick warm-up. In the kitchen, Rotary members are already well into their own game of preparing kilos of fruit for dinner. A nutritious meal is something some of these kids aren't accustomed to.
The children sometimes try and get away from it and have just a sausage and a piece of bread, but we often say, well, you can't have seconds unless you're having the whole meal. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't.
15-year-old Ashley Sanchez has been coming along to the Twilight Tournament since the beginning over 4 years ago.
You meet new people, you have fun, you play sports, you have 2 games workshop, you learn about drugs, drinking and all that. And then you have something to eat and then you go play.
What's the competition like? Are you any good at basketball?
Not really, but you should get into it, have fun. It's all about teamwork.
It's a healthy distraction from what many of these teens could be doing on Saturday night.
We get the kids to do an appraisal of the tournament, and one of the questions is, what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't here? And some of them say just chilling out. Some of them say watching videos, partying with mates, but we've learned that just chilling out might mean graffitiing, it might mean smashing shop windows, a whole heap of antisocial behaviour.
Local police play an important role, building a relationship with the teenagers in the hope they won't come into contact with them in the future.
A lot of the young people that come to this program are kids that are, I guess, disadvantaged, and that's a really great way for police to engage with them.
From the court to the classroom, they undertake workshops, learning everything from sex education to the impacts of gambling, drugs and alcohol.
How are we going? All good?
A lot of these kids come from third-generation unemployed families, and they don't have the sort of in-family training that we feel they should have and our kids get.
17-year-old Jaden Faraday is a graduate of the Twilight Tournaments. This talented teen has returned to the program to give back.
I feel that I have the role to have people look up to me and just to motivate them like I was motivated when I was a player.
And while it's a competition, it seems everyone is a winner.
You actually see them come in with a smile on their face and welcoming the volunteers that have been here for so long. So it's not just about them feeling engaged, it's engaging the volunteers as well and making it a little community within the bigger community.
Despite the success of the program, it's still hard attracting funding to cover the cost of things like hall hire and to get the kids here by bus. Volunteers say the funding goes well beyond just paying the bills. It gives these kids a real chance to turn their lives around. It costs around $16,000 a semester to run. Volunteers say it comes back tenfold.
There are a lot of great programs out there for underprivileged and disengaged youth, but there's a lot of cracks between them. These kids have fallen through those cracks, and we try and manage them to help them to become better citizens.
To help out by either volunteering or donating, please contact Wollongong Rotary.
It's not just about the Saturday night, it's about their lives. So cutting this program off and sending 60 kids back out on the streets could be detrimental to each and every one of them, but also to the community.
Melissa Jaros, WIN News.